guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, it's only been about a week, I think, since my last video, but all my videos have been like an hour or close to an hour, so I thought I would come back here a little bit sooner and maybe, just maybe I can get it in like the half an hour, 45 minutes tops. So that's what we're gonna try today. I have 10 projects to show in the last week. I was talking to Alicia this morning, Adventures of Stitching. Go check her out. And she's like, "How do you have 10 projects in 1 week?" And it's like, well, because they don't have a lot of progress on them. I mean, that's basically what it is, right? I have 10 projects because I switch constantly. I quite often will just do like one length of thread in a project, and I'm like, I'm good. What else have I got? So there's not a lot of progress, but we're gonna give this a go and see what happens. I also had the 24 hours of cross stitch in this last weekend, so I did more stitching than I would normally do in a week, which is still not a lot, but you know, I'll share what I've got. Again, lighting, it's not great. We're definitely getting into the gloomy days here in Canada. It was 0 degrees Celsius this morning, I think, when the boys went to school, and it should be about plus 12 when they come home. So, and I think we're supposed to get snow on Sunday, Monday, something like that. I don't know. It's coming. Sadly, it's coming. Although my oldest has been like looking out because it's got that like snow feel and like smell. I smell snow. If you know, you know. Anyways, but it yeah, he's been like staring out the window and like watching for snow because he wants to build a snowman. He even told me, he's like, "Mom, don't get rid of the carrots in your fridge because I want to give my snowman a big nose." So anyways, that's what's been going on around here. All right, I'm just gonna try, and like I said, I want this to be under an hour for sure. All right, what have I got? I'm going to start out with some just shout outs. I've decided that I'm probably gonna play with my hair. I'm not used to having it down. I'm going to start, what was I saying? Oh, right, shout outs. I talk to a lot of people on Instagram that don't have Flosstube, and I feel like Instagram and Flosstube shouldn't be like a separate communities. You can merge those two communities. It's not like, you know, one or the other. So I am going to try and do Instagram shout outs as well. And when I put them in the description, obviously I'll say that they're from Instagram. And I will do floss out shout outs as well. So my shout outs this week. Oh, of course I didn't actually write the channel down. Okay. You guys probably already know her, but Cassie from Cassie, it's Jeep Girl Stitches. You know what? I'm gonna have it linked down below. But Cassie, anyways, she has a Flosstube, and she does lots of full coverage. I know for Halloween, she had a whole bunch of new starts. She does do some diamond painting. I enjoyed watching her do her Garfield diamond painting. Yeah, so anyways, go check her out. I'll have it linked below. Other person that I'm gonna shout out today, and like I said the last time, I watched lots of Flosstube, so I'm just gonna do a couple each time or whatever. And I'm probably not gonna do like repeats if I've mentioned them before. They're probably already linked down below, but anyways. Rainy Day Reads. We talked a lot this weekend during like the 24 hours of cross stitch and watching Suki, the Brown Eyed Stitcher's lives. And so her and I were chatting back and forth. I don't really know how much stitching we actually got done. But anyways, Rainy Day Reads. Go check out her channel. It's like a Flosstube / booktube. But I think if you're not interested in the book part, which I am, but if you're not, she usually has it labeled if it's like a booktube or a Flosstube. She doesn't usually mix the two together, so whatever interests you, go check her out. She's working on mini birds in bloom, and she just messaged me the other night about complaining about the confetti. And I was like, it's okay, girl. I got your back. I know what that project is like. It is very confetti heavy. So, anyways, those are my Flosstubers. Go check them out. And my Instagrammers. Um, sorry guys. Anyways, I'm not prepared for this one. Like, I know I'm not really usually prepared for any of them, but I'm really not prepared for this one because I just at last minute decided that I wanted to do this. My Instagrammers. Sharon, aka Firehawk. She comments on like every thing that I post up, and it's just so nice to have that encouragement. We talk a lot too. She has tons of full coverage. She is working a lot on her mini The Nativity by Donna Gelsinger, the same one that I have. So I'm always talking about how farther she is in percentage than me because she's way ahead of me, and I'm pretty sure I started before her. Right, because she started with the regular Nativity, and then she decided to scrap that, and she was like so far into it too, but because of reasons she decided to scrap that, and then she started the mini, and she's like at 11%, and I think I'm at 5, but you know what, it's fine. The other person who comments all the time, and I mean, I see her commenting on like everybody's Instagram. She's such a nice person. Mama Carmen too. Her Instagram, I think, is private, but if you message her and talk to her and get to know her, I'm sure she'll add you to her Instagram. She has great projects. This year was her year of starts, so she's started a whole bunch, and then she said next year she's going to not. It's going to be her year of no starts. So, anyways, those are my Instagram and my Flosstubers, and I also want to give a thank you to Meghan from the Stitching Moon. She was doing 24 hours of cross stitch. She did a Flosstube video showing her progress, and she had mentioned that she was watching my video and linked it down below. So thank you, Meghan, for the mention. Meghan has a variety of projects as well. She also charts her own pictures that she takes. She has an Etsy shop. I don't know what it's called. It might be called Stitching Moon. I don't know. Anyways, I'll try and link it if I can figure it out. Yeah, she has lots of charts. She has charts that she's charted from other artists and stuff too, but she has one. She is an American living in Norway, and she has this one picture that I love it, and it's on my wish list. I might get it someday. It's pretty big, but it's like looking at like a, I don't know what you call them in Norway, like a village. I don't know. But it's got like lots of greenery, and the thing that I actually really love about it is it has the water, and then it has a cruise ship. Like it's just tiny. It's just a tiny little cruise ship that is on the water. But I love that because I've been on 2 cruises, and I love cruises. So those are like one of my favorite vacations. So I thought that was very interesting. And so yeah, that is on my wish list. So go check out all those people if you want. Again, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to enable you. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to start with my projects. And if I think of things along the way, then I will insert them in. Okay. My first project, and I think I might have showed this in my last one, so it doesn't have as much progress as I thought, but it is my Garnet by, we're starting this already where I don't know where anything is. Garnet by Carolyn Manning. It is on 16 count white Aida. I'm pretty sure it's 16 count. And I will show you, I'm showing you what it will look like when it's done. I'm just doing the small. This is from her Shooting Stars collection. That's what it is. And I added 74 stitches. So this is what it looked like last time. And this is what it looks like now. I really like working with those reds. They're very similar, the reds. Like you might not even be able to tell the difference. I hope the lighting is okay. But yeah, it's a very subtle, like subtle difference. I mean, you can see it in person, but I don't know if it's coming up on the camera. But anyways, so that's that. And just give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab my tablet so I can tell you what percentage I'm actually on these things. Sorry, I did this last time too. Yeah, so that one I am working on for my son. He is a January baby. So 3.43% is what is on that one. So I have a ways to go. I think I said I'm doing the small, not the big ones. So there is that one. Next, I worked on my Daydream Sea Turtles by Sheena Pike. This was the start of 24 hours cross stitch. So these numbers are going to be much higher than they would be on a normal day, I think. I put in for 24 hours of cross stitch, I had it written down. 14 hours. And when I say 14 hours, that means I actually stitched for 14 hours. Like I would put the timer on, and then if I got distracted or my kids needed something or whatever, I didn't just let the timer go. So these are actually my totals. And I know the average is not great, but like I said, I was doing lots of stitching, chatting. I was doing lots of chatting. But so 14 hours and 921 stitches was my total for the weekend. And you know, if I would have actually been paying attention, I probably would have tried to get like that 1,000, because I don't think I've ever done 1,000 stitches in a weekend, but I wasn't paying attention. So Sheena Pike, Charting Creations is the one that did this one. And I put in, 235 stitches. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is what it looked like the last time. And if you'll remember from my last video, I was very excited because I got nope, you don't want to look at it upside down. I got to the little turtle, aka Squirt, and I worked on him some more. He's right there. So that's where all my 200 and whatever I said stitches. Yep. This one is a lot of fun to work on. Like, a lot of fun. There's a lot of color changes in there. I actually broke my needle threader this weekend. Like, it's kind of funny because I don't think I have. Oh, yes, I do. So I have one of these needle threaders that you get at like Michael's or whatever, right? And the top part, the little thin part, had broken off like a long time ago, but I could still use it just like in my hand. Like I could still just, it was fine. Well, this weekend it just like split in half. It's like I can't use that anymore. I've had to go back to licking floss, and I don't like licking floss. I don't like doing it anymore. I used to do it all the time, but then I got the needle threader, and then it's actually faster for me. So anyways, I need to go to Michael's and pick up one of those. They're like $2, but I don't have a Michael's here, and I'm not gonna pay to have it shipped to me because that would cost me like $10. So next time I go into the city, I will get that. Okay. What is next? Oh, my raccoon. So I did have a goal for this one. My goals are always very reasonable goals. I don't make unrealistic goals or goals that like really push me. Like they're usually, I can get them done in like one sitting. Sometimes they're just simple, like put one thread into this project, which seems easy, but I still have one of my October projects that just needs one thread in it, and it's still sitting over there, so I haven't even Haven't even looked at it. Anyways, so this is the raccoon from the series A Year in the Woods by Cottage Garden Samplings. This one is, again, lots of fun to work on. And I don't even know if, talking about all that goal stuff, if I actually mentioned that I did get my October goal for this. It was 400 stitches. That's all it was. And since the last time that you guys saw it, I put in 216 stitches. So this, oh no, you saw what it looks like at the end. So this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is what it looks like now. This is on 18 count fabric, and I'm using all the called for colors. So yeah, pretty much I was just rounding out so that I could get to the face. I know lots of people want me to like do the tail because they really like the tail, and I really like the tail too. But the problem is when I bought this, my Weeks Dye Works, this gray in here, graphite, I don't think I got enough. I think I was supposed to get 2 and I only got 1. So, and because the dye lot is going to be completely, well, I don't know if it's completely, but it'll be different anyways. So I'm going to finish off what I have of his upper body, and then when I do the tail, it should be fine. It's going to be like, I don't think you'll notice as much, hopefully. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. I don't know if that's right, but I guess we'll find out together. Yeah, so that was my first day of stitching for the marathon. That was Friday. Now, that was probably my that was probably my most stitching that I did because my kids were at school. It's a lot harder to stitch when you've got kids running around, and also my husband was gone for a large portion on Saturday at the gun range, so it was just me here, and so I didn't get as much stitching as I wanted to, but it's fine. I got to hang out with my kids, so I mean that's never a bad thing. Okay, so the Saturday I worked on first my nativity, and I put in 175 stitches in that one. This is by Donna Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, on 18 count easy guide, which is what most of my full coverages are. So this is what it'll look like when it's all finished. And this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is what it looks like now. I'll give you a full, so you can see the full thing, and then what I worked on, I'll do a comparison here, is I just kept filling in up here. I'm doing back to my 10 by 20 blocks. I did mess up a stitch somewhere. There's a blue and a green that are swapped, and can you guys tell? I mean, I was not about to try, and I couldn't figure it out because I had gone all over the place and then parked back up here and then had gone over another color, so the part, it just would have been a mess to figure out like one stitch. I wasn't gonna do it. So if my sky or tree looks a little distorted, I mean, really, if anybody can find that mistake in there, I will give you a gold medal. Okay, so that was that one. I also worked on Saturday on my Gilmore Girls. This one I only put in 83 stitches, and I don't know why I didn't just finish off this motif. I think there was a hockey game on actually, and then it's like, oh, stitching goes away. But yeah, so my October goal is to just get one motif done on my Gilmore Girls, and I got almost one, but you know, I still have time. So this is what Gilmore Girls is gonna look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like last time. And this is what it looks like now. So as you can see, I did this little coffee cup without the back stitch, because if you've been here for any of my videos, you know how I feel about back stitching. And I'm just working on the, it should say special when it's done. So I have like two letters to finish off that. Well, actually, that's not even true. That's not the whole motif. There's a bunch of back stitching up here to finish off what that's trying to say. But anyways, that's what I got done. This one, I used the hashtag I need coffee. Nope. Yes, I need coffee in an IV MRA SAL for marathon and stitch along. If you have any Gilmore Girls pieces, that's what we use on Instagram. I'll have all the hashtags linked below, I think. See, that's another thing about these, like, I want to do quicker videos, because by the time it takes me to edit, well, actually, first I have to, edit, and then get the editing copy to my computer, and then that copy to YouTube. It takes me probably 2 to 3 hours. And by that time, I don't feel like doing links and descriptions in my YouTube. And the last time I did my YouTube, I uploaded it. It took like an hour. And then it was in like the, where it says like processing, and then it just went poof, and it was gone. And I was not happy. And then I don't know how much longer, all of a sudden, like poof, it just came back. So I don't know what was going on there, but anyways, it came back. That's what happened. It was just messing with me. That's what it was doing. Okay, so Gilmore Girls. Yes, I don't know what I was saying. Okay. And then the other thing that I tried to concentrate on, so the rest of my 24 hours of cross stitch, I was working on my mini bird garden by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is on 18 count easy grid. My goal for this month was a page finish. I'm getting there slowly. I'm stuck with a lot of confetti to finish off this page. Confetti and ninja stitches. That was my life on the weekend. So I only put in 260 stitches. Like, I mean, I spent all day Sunday working on this one, and I only got 179 stitches, and like that was in probably like 3 or 4 hours, because it is just, I think this is the one that broke my needle threader. But anyways, okay, so this is what it's gonna look like when it's done. And this is what it looked like the last time. And this is what it looks like now. So I don't know if you're really gonna see a difference, but it's all in this green. That's where all the, oh, and then maybe a little bit in this flower here too. But that's where all those 200 and something stitches, and if you look, you can see that like the page finish is probably here, so I still have like all this in here, and yeah, I don't know if it's going to get done. I actually was thinking that I wasn't going to make another Flosstube until I had a page finish, but then I was like, I might never make another Flosstube if I do that, so no, not happening. Hashtags for this one, the Stitchketeers have the Anything Amy Sal, so I use that one on Instagram, and also Anything that has a bird in it, you can use the hashtag I just want to fly. So that's those ones. I did work on my daily 30, my Oilers one a little bit, but I think I might have only worked on it like twice since my last video, so it's not very much. I spend a lot of the time trying to get it because it's a paper pattern, and I think I've explained this before, but anyways, it was a mess because I had gone all over the place and I hadn't highlighted. I was just like, oh, I'll remember where I stitched. No, don't do that. It doesn't work. Your memory is not, like, especially if you put it away for a really long time, and I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, so now it's all highlighted. It's ready for me to go. I can just stitch it now. So okay. Sorry. If you see me like rolling my shoulders, it's just because they're really sore, because my husband and we are helping out with a kids club at our church, and they have lots of stuff, but at one point they do games, and they're on like all different teams and color teams, and me and Chad are both team leaders of different colors, a different group. So anyways, the one game that they have is they have like a tug of war, so but it's like in a square, and so then everybody takes like one side of it, and then there's like a bean bag behind you, and you have to like pull everybody to get, and first person that touches their bean bag behind them gets the points. Well, that was fine. My team was actually kicking butt, but that doesn't matter. But then the one time they decided to have the team leaders go in and do the tug of war. So of course that's like me and my husband against each other, and we are super competitive against each other. And so I'm like, there's no way I am letting go of this rope. And it's like one of those ropes that it hurts your hands. Like, I don't, like one of those rough ropes. I mean, I'm sure everybody's played tug of war at some point in their childhood. They're not nice, right? Like you get the burn. Anyways, so me and my husband were, beside each other, but on opposite teams. And we had one other kid with us from our team. So I was not letting go of this rope, guys. Like there was no way. And I pulled it so hard that like my husband wasn't expecting, like Chad wasn't expecting me to just like reef on it. I pulled on it, which threw him off balance. So he kind of stumbled and lost his grip. And then of course the other team actually ended up taking advantage of that, and they won. But I can feel it in my shoulders, and like my hands were so sore after, but yeah, I can feel it in my shoulders because I'm not as young as I used to be when I used to play those games. So anyways, that was my story for today. Mario, that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I put in just 54 stitches just one day when the kids were at school. Oh, actually, I had this on my stand like all day because I wasn't really getting much stitching done. And I had it on my stand so that I could come and, work on it a little bit when I was in between chores or whatever I was doing. And then I sat down to work on it, and I didn't realize what time it was. And all of a sudden, I realized that my boys were going to be walking through the door like any moment. So I was like rushing to put it all away because I think it's still a surprise. I don't know. But so I only got 54 stitches, and I didn't get done the motif because, like I said, I had to scramble to put it away. Otherwise, I would have done the last like 10 stitches to finish it off. But here is what Mario is going to look like when it is done. And this is what it looked like the last time, which is probably not a whole lot different. This is what it looks like now. And this right here is what I'm working on. Like I just have the little bit of black left in there, but I still have my string sitting here. And this was Monday, and I still haven't come back to it. So, I mean, I really have no excuse because they've been in school all week. But that's that one. Okay, I'm at 30 minutes, guys. I can do this. Okay, next, my coffee sloth. This is also a Sheena Pike design. I don't know if I said Tuesdays I work on Sheena Pike. Hashtag Sheena Pike Sal. There's a bunch of us that do it. And yeah, so I usually try to do a Sheena Pike Sal or Sheena Pike on a Tuesday. You don't have to do it on a Tuesday. People usually show their progress on a Tuesday. You don't have to do that either. I have showed my progress on a different day of the week as well. Sheena Pike. Mini coffee sloth. It's a retired pattern. And I added 204 stitches. Oh yeah, okay. So this is what it's gonna look like when it's done. And this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is what it looks like now. Look, guys, I gave her another half of her head, or started it anyways. I'm really hoping that my counting is okay, because this is not gridded fabric. This is 16 count, just Ada from Michael's. But this is where her glasses will start. So I don't know. It looks to me like she has a really big head. So I really hope I counted right. That's all I'm saying. And I know people have mentioned that they want me to do this other eye. And I do too. But I'm kind of worried that if I do the other eye, because that's like my favorite part, well, one of my favorite parts of the project, but if I do this other eye, I might just be like, yeah, that looks good, and just like quit working on it, because that's my favorite part. I don't know, does anybody else do that? Do you save your favorite parts for last, or do you do your favorite parts first so that you have something nice to look at while you're stitching? I know Sarah, the Stitchin mummy, when she does her mirabilias, she likes to do the faces first because she wants something pretty to look at while she's stitching them. So I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. What do you do? Okay, I think I only have one more project, guys. I worked on my cross by Thomas Kincaid. I will put up a mock-up of what it's supposed to look like. It is charted by Candamar Designs. I put in 97 stitches. Yes, I know. Why didn't I just do 100? Because I was done my thread and I didn't feel like putting another one on the needle. So this is, you've seen the mock-up. This is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And even though it's only 97 stitches, because of the way I'm stitching this one, I think you'll be able to see the difference. So it's just right up here in the blue up top. Yep. That's the full. I really like this one too. I mean, I like all my projects, but I would love to have this one done by Easter. And I mentioned that to Chad. I was like, oh, maybe I can get that one done by Easter. And then we both looked at each other and burst out laughing, because that's just not going to happen. I mean, maybe the following Easter, if I only worked on this one for a whole year, maybe I could finish it. So anyways, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. That is all my projects. 34 minutes. It's pretty good, right? Do I have anything else to tell you guys? Oh, I did buy some yarn. It's over there. I said that last time, but I'll show that when I actually start my project, then I will show you when it becomes a whip. I bought a couple things. Yeah, I guess I could talk about that. Well, I got a couple designs off Etsy. I will put them in here. They're little Pokemon for my boys. I'm gonna try. I really need to start that, but I kind of want to make them little Christmas ornaments because for us, every year we do a Christmas ornament for each of the boys. Get a Christmas ornament. We buy something for them so that when they're old enough to move out, they'll actually have some Christmas ornaments to take with them. And then we always buy a Christmas ornament that has something that reflects um, reflects our year, or something that we did, or like that kind of a thing. So I can't remember what we got last year, but yeah. So I thought that I would make them a Christmas ornament. I don't know how that's going to go, and I'm not telling them about it so that if I don't get it done, they're not like disappointed. Chad's like, you need to start on those like right away. I'm like, yeah, I've got time. I probably don't, but it's fine. If I don't get them done, their birthdays, well, actually, no, Lucas's birthday is December 17th, so that's not going to work. But Jacob's birthday is in January, so I could maybe have it done for a birthday present. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm assuming that I showed you those. They're pretty small, I think. And of course, I don't even have all the colors, so I can start them, but I can't finish them until I go to Michael's again. What else? Oh, right. Okay. So there was a pattern that I wanted to do. Sorry, there's somebody walking outside my door, or outside. I wanted to take a picture that I had and make it into a pattern. And I was looking all over of how to do that, or trying different samples. I tried pick to pat, right? I think that's what it's called. I was not happy with the picture that they did. Like, I needed this picture to be like as close to perfect as possible, if you know. So I wasn't happy with that one. So I was like, no, that's not going to work. And I tried, like, DMC also has a thing that you can do. Nope, didn't like that one either. So anyways, I ended up finding, it's actually a husband and wife in Alberta that they have like a program. It's not even an app, like it's just on your desktop. But yeah. Anyways, and I totally forgot what it was called. Threadbare, I think. Threadbare.com. Yeah, I'll have it linked down below, but I think that's what it's called. Anyways, I liked what they had done with it. It's the mock-up looked good, but I need to obviously stitch it to find out. So anyways, it is a picture of my sister. We lost her in 2019. Sorry, I'm probably not going to talk about this project a lot because I don't want to be like all emotional on like every time that her thing gets brought up. So anyways, I think I've already showed you what the picture is. So it's one of those projects that, like, of course you plan on having it finished, but for me, I think it's more going to be like, if I don't ever finish it, it's okay. Like, it's more going to be a therapy, I guess. Like, when you have days where I'm missing her and I just want to like put my energy into something, then maybe I'll stitch on it, or on her birthday, or on the day that she passed away, or like those kind of things. So it's probably not going to get like a lot of progress, and I couldn't get it small, like, with that I was happy with. I wanted it to look good. So it's pretty big. But if you saw the picture, I'm gonna skip the background for now and then just go straight to her face and see how that turns out. And if I don't like it, then I'm obviously not gonna stitch it, but that's kind of my plan with that one. But I have to get my fabric. But anyways, that's just something that I bought. So like I said, I probably won't show it a lot unless I maybe hit a milestone or something, but I'm probably not gonna show it every time I work on it because it's sad. So anyways, that I think that's everything. I mean, I'm sure I have more, but I think that's all we're going to do for today. So thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed and commented and talks to me here or on Instagram or wherever. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. You leave your comments, questions in the, it's not the description. I don't know why I always say the description. Leave them below and I will get back to you. Like I said, if I don't get back to you, it's because I didn't see your comment, which is a shame, but just leave me another comment and I hopefully will get back to you. So I hope you guys all have a great day. What day is it? Thursday? Have a good weekend. And I will hopefully be back in a couple weeks. It depends. I might just like look at my progress and just go from there and decide. I might not be real scheduled in how often I do them. But all right. You guys have a great day. Okay.